Hey friends, it's Kari from the Alfred Homestead, and today I wanted to share with you how to make super thick yogurt at home, the easy way. So we're going to start out breaking out the Instant Pot. Now, if you don't have one of these, you can still make yogurt. Just follow another tutorial online to find out how. But this makes it really easy because there's a yogurt button for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring my milk up to temp. So normally this is about 180 degrees or so, give or take. So I've got 1 whole gallon of milk in there. Sorry, my Instant Pot is so dirty. It's the end of the day when I do this, so I've already used it all day. Anyway, so after about 30 to 45 minutes, this is the temperature, and I'm okay with this temperature. Again, anywhere from 170 to 190 is pretty good. Keep in mind, the warmer temperatures will help to ensure you get a thicker yogurt, but with this hack, you don't even really have to worry about that. Okay, so we're gonna let it cool at room temperature until it comes down to about 135, 136 degrees. You don't want to let it come down too much, but you also don't want it to be too hot, that when you put your culture in, it's gonna scald everything in there. So I've got my thermometer out now, and I'm just taking that top scum layer off from when the milk heated up. I don't want that in my yogurt. I will give it to my chickens. So my hack here for making super thick yogurt the easy lazy mom way is by using beef gelatin powder. I will link this down below for you guys to check out. It is so versatile in the kitchen. I use it for all kinds of things like desserts. You can use marshmallow fluff. There's all kinds of uses for this in the kitchen, and yogurt is one of them. It helps to give a thicker texture to the yogurt once it cools. Now I've also got a 1/4 cup of my starter yogurt. This is just yogurt that I made already. You can also just get some from the store if you don't have some on hand. Just make sure it says it's got live active cultures in there because that's what's going to start your yogurt. So I've got a 1/4 cup there, so a 1/4 cup for a whole gallon of milk. And I'm just going to put that in a jar or something to mix it in with the yogurt. So I've got the warm yogurt. I'm going to go ahead and put a 1/4 cup of the warmed up milk into the starter. So it's kind of like tempering the starter. And I just want to get enough liquid in there so that my gelatin can absorb properly. So I poured my gelatin in, and it's going to get really thick pretty quickly. And that's what you want. That's the consistency that gelatin takes on. And you're just going to want to add enough that the gelatin can sort of dissolve in there. It's not going to dissolve completely. It's going to look grainy, and that's totally fine because it's going to sit and cook with that yogurt for 6 to 12 hours or however long that you let your yogurt culture for. So I'm just going to give it a nice stir, and you see it's not perfect. Like there's still some clumps in there, and that's totally okay. I've never had an issue with my final product being lumpy in any way. I'm just going to put that all in my pot of warm milk now and give it a nice quick little stir. And then we're going to put that back in the Instant Pot, and we will set it on yogurt for overnight. So I like to do a full 12 hours. You don't have to do it this long. Normally I find it takes at least 5 hours, and that should do the trick. The longer that you let your yogurt sit, the more sour I find that it will be, but also that just means it's more full of that healthy bacteria that we want. So this is what it looks like the next morning after it was cultured for 12 hours. You can see it looks pretty firm already, but you notice that once you give it a stir, all of that whey kind of gets incorporated and back into it a little bit, and it becomes a little bit lumpy, a little bit liquidy. This is what it would look like just if I did not use any gelatin. It's pretty liquidy, and don't worry about the lumps. Again, you can use a whisk and it goes right out, so that's not an issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this cool in the fridge overnight. The cooling will help the gelatin set up the yogurt the way we want it to be, so nice and thick. So again, I didn't add too much gelatin here because my husband actually likes a pourable yogurt that he can just take to work in a mason jar and drink. So this is the product, the end product. It's nice and thick, but not too thick that you can't pour it out of a jar. So the hard way would be to strain it. You can definitely strain it. That is another option. That's what Greek yogurt is, right? Strained yogurt. But this is like the easy way. So if I can shave some time off of making yogurt, then I absolutely will. And bonus points, extra protein in the gelatin. I hope you guys found that video interesting. I hope you give it a try. Let me know in the comments if you do try it and how that goes. I'll see you guys next time.